When the pandemic was setting in, there was a heightened sense of need for self-reliance, and this has led to a pretty interesting phenomenon where people are into new and interesting lifestyle choices like homesteading or taking a break and living in the woods, completely cut off from the society, taking a new step in life, which is not an easy one, but a much needed step to promote self-growth and become more of a self-reliant person. Shawn James, the influencer and the content creator for the channel My Self Reliance, has been making a wave in the homesteading community with his approach to homesteading. Let's take a look at his life and see what makes him so popular. Shawn James is an avid outdoorsman from Canada, and he lives in a log cabin that he built all by himself. He started building the log cabin back in 2017 and shared his journey on his channel. Shawn is a very talented man, and that's one of the reasons why he's such a fan favorite. He does a lot of hunting and fishing and creates his new recipes, which are healthy and carefully crafted to fit a perfectly balanced diet. Living off-grid is a great way of living, and being able to leave all the worries in the city and live a comfortable, stress-free life. Shawn James grew up in a middle-class family in Newmarket, Canada. He grew up near a farm field. He would have to walk through a small forest to reach his school, and he would playfully catch snakes along the way, keeping them as pets, and he would go on camping, and that's when he learned how to fish at the dock, at his grandparents' Honey Harbor, and well, that's just how it all began. He got so invested in that life that he preferred all the outdoorsy activities over anything else. He enjoyed attending day camps, but he isn't alone on his adventures. He always has his best friend Callie with him. He's a golden retriever and is married and has 2 little daughters. Surprisingly, he was motivated by a book that his mother gave him called 2 Little Savages. The book was written by Aaron Thompson Seton, who was one of the key founders of the Boy Scouts of America, which led to him building shelters with his friends when he was just 11 years old. And it was the perfect place for them to stay during the winters, and by 12, he was already upgrading the shelters with pieces of split rail fence. I mean, he was just 12 when he had the level of skill to build his shelter. He managed to get himself a job doing commercial roofing during his summers, which instilled in him the value of hard work and all the necessary skills to make him a better builder, which came a long way when he started building his cabin. Not only that, he saved up most of his payments from the gig and purchased a property near Whitestone Lake, and the best part is that he was just 17 years old back then. With property at hand, he built a cabin on it and a couple of canoes at the stash on the Black Lake. He spent his time hunting and fishing. Dropping out of high school might have been a tough decision for him, but he knew exactly what to do in his life, and so he was working through it. He took up odd jobs to sustain himself, and then about 4 years later, when he was 21 years old, he did a metal sheet apprenticeship. This gave him practical knowledge and experience, which he continued for about 8 years. He mastered the art, and then soon he went to start a small business of his own in the metal sheet sector, but the 2008 financial crisis was when everything came to a halt, and he has huge debts to pay, but soon he started a small renewable business of his own while his skills were getting recognized, and he started getting many opportunities, but Shawn wanted to live a peaceful life, and so he quit everything and began building his log cabin in a rusty town near Algonquin Provincial Park in Ontario. And Shawn doesn't need any power tools to build himself a cabin, and that shows how skilled he is. But it wasn't until he stumbled upon Larry Hyatt's channel, which inspired him to pen a piece for the trip reports in the Algonquin Adventures forum, where he won a $100 gift certificate. And this led to him being interested in sharing his knowledge with people, and that is when Shawn thought about getting on YouTube, and he joined back in 2013. The channel is doing very well with more than 2 million subscribers and the high quality content spanning more than 500 videos. So that was Shawn James from the famous YouTube channel My Self Reliance. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to us as a token of support, and we'll see you in the next one.